Did you feel that breeze? Fall is here, y'all, and you know what that means. It is pumpkin spice season, my favorite season of all time. I'm talking fluffy pancakes, eggs, creamy grits, bacon, sausage, and for the fruit, we're gonna have some grapes, y'all. We are doing a full course fall themed breakfast. Now, if you're looking for fall breakfast ideas or just some pumpkin spice recipes, you are in the right place. So grab you some coffee, or better yet, go out there and get you a pumpkin spice latte, y'all, because it is the season for all things pumpkin spice. Let's get in this kitchen and get to cooking. Fall has this way of slowing us down, doesn't it? The air gets a little cooler and suddenly all you want is something warm and comforting on the table. On my last trip to Sam's, I found this huge box of pumpkin spice baking mix. It came with 3 pre-measured packs that you can turn into cookies, bread, or pancakes. And today we're doing pancakes. Now, during the week, breakfast in my house is pretty quick and easy, but weekends, that's my time to really show love through food. I'm not racing a clock. I can slow down, even experiment a little, and pour my heart into breakfast for my family. There's something about the smell of pumpkin spice filling the kitchen, that bacon sizzling in the pan, and grits simmering on the stove that just makes the whole house feel like fall. That's what this meal is about today. Not just pancakes and coffee, but creating a little moment of comfort and love that we can all share together. We're going to get back to cooking. I just wanted to come on really quick and talk about something serious for a moment, because mental health awareness is so important. You know, I used to think by this point in my life that I would have everything figured out, like my career, my family, my finances, the whole 9 yards. I even had this mental checklist of where I thought I would be by this point in my life, but as we all know, things don't always go as planned. And you know, some days I do feel like I'm behind, like I know I should be further along than where I am currently. And there are other times where I do compare my journey with others. And as you all know, comparing your journey to someone else's will weigh heavily on your mental health. And I think a lot of us were just taught to push through or be strong. But lately, I've also realized that strength also looks like asking for help. And for a long time, I did hold off for seeing a therapist because it did feel overwhelming, like where do I even start? But the truth is, therapy gives you the tools to help you deal with the stress that's going on in your life. Talking to someone who is trained to get you through it, that can make a huge difference. And that's why I am so glad that this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. A BetterHelp therapist will listen, ask questions, and help you see things from a whole new perspective. They can give you techniques that make real positive changes in your life. And BetterHelp makes getting started so simple. You just fill out a quick questionnaire, and in as little as a couple of days, you're matched with a licensed therapist. If that match doesn't feel right, you can switch therapists at any time with no additional cost. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform that you can trust. And the best part, it's all online, y'all. So you can do sessions from your home, your car, wherever you feel safe. So if you've been thinking about therapy or putting it off like I did in the past, this might be the sign that you need. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/uniquelytish for 10% off your first month of therapy. There's nothing wrong with getting the help you deserve, because you have to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. Now let's get back in this kitchen and get to cooking. You know, fall always takes me back to growing up when the whole house smelled like breakfast on Saturday morning, especially like hickory smoked bacon. I can smell it right now. The windows will be cracked open just enough to let that cool air in, and the kitchen was warm from the oven and stove going at the same time. Now that I've got my own family, I try to give them the same experience. The kind where the smell of bacon or pumpkin spice makes everybody teleport into the kitchen, still in their pajamas, asking what's for breakfast. Now, for me, cooking for my family is never just about the food. It's about being present and putting love on the table in a way that says, this is what home should feel like. That's why mornings like this means so much to me. This is the second batch of pumpkin spice pancakes going into the pan. Now, when it comes to eggs, I always cook those last because nobody in this house likes cold eggs. We want them hot and fluffy. Now, eggs were actually the first food I ever learned how to cook by myself. I must have been about 5 or 6 when brother showed me after he burned his a little bit. We grew up on a gas stove, and I swear food just tastes different when you cook with a gas stove. But I can still remember standing on my step stool cooking the eggs and hoping not to burn the house down like I did when I was like 4 years old. And now all these years later, I still carry that memory of cooking eggs by myself. Cooking eggs for my family may seem basic, but it does remind me of where I started and why cooking with love matters so much. I will say this all throughout this video. It's not just about food, it's about creating memories. The eggs and spinach are for me and my husband because we're being very demure today. And I make this a few different ways, but this time I went ahead and shredded the spinach and mixed it right into the eggs. But other days I'll saute the spinach in a little bacon fat first before adding the eggs in. It is so good, y'all. But you know how spinach is. You start with 2 big handfuls and you end up with what looks like barely a pinch when it cooks down. Now y'all know a pumpkin spice breakfast wouldn't be complete without a cup of pumpkin spice coffee. I had planned to make the Starbucks copycat version, but for the life of me, I could not find that last can of sweetened condensed milk. I don't know where that stuff went to. I could have used regular milk like they do, but let's be real, the sweet milk just makes it taste better. It's creamy, it's already sweet, and it saves you from having to add extra sugar. So I'm just going to let this percolate while I go ahead and fix plates because y'all, this is how my breakfast turned out.
Sin City was a savior.
Reviews. And today, if you couldn't tell, I kind of just woke up, but what I woke up to was some goodness, some deliciousness, some mighty fine looking breakfast items right here. I'm not talking, I mean, the eggs and the sausage, that looks okay, but if y'all don't know one thing about me, check me out. Pumpkin spice. I'm an addict. I go crazy. Let me tell you. If I go into somebody's house and I catch a whiff of pumpkin spice, you ain't gonna have nothing left. I'm the pumpkin spice bandit. I'm the Grinch for pumpkin spice, except I actually like pumpkin spice so much that I want it all for myself. If I could have all of the world's pumpkin spice just for me, I would do that in a heartbeat. And so, while I'm talking about pumpkin spice, let me actually show you why I'm rambling about pumpkin spice. What we have here today, the takeaway of today right here, is the pumpkin spice pancakes. My mother was in the kitchen cooking these things up, and let me tell you, my Big Mac tendencies were going haywire. I'm like, dang, that looks good, but I gotta wait. I had to wait till it was finished. Now, it's finished. It is mighty finished. And it's looking delicious too. I want to just take a bite right now, but you know me, I gotta get the little yappity yap out there, the little. Anywho, yeah, so we also have the sausage and eggs, just there for a little add-ons, and yeah, that is my, now looking at it, it looks pretty delicious. Smell-wise, I wish y'all could smell it because it's pretty good too. Y'all would be jelly donut jealous right about now. I mean, man, y'all, I think I'm about to just dive right on in. I'm kind of, like I said, I just woke up This is gonna be a good way to start the day. If you don't have this to start your day, what are you doing? You gotta try it. You gotta make it. It's just yes. It's yes all over. Now, all that being said, I'm starving. I'm gonna get you taking a piece, a bite, if you will. Now, of course, I'm going to taste the little side dishes, add-ons, and whatnot before I get to the main course. Just gonna take a little. Okay, you. There we go. I feel like getting a bigger chunk of eggs. There we go. It's actually pretty good, not half bad. Oh my. Made it just like how Papa used to make it. That was exactly, that is crazy. Oh my goodness, nostalgic, okay. Maybe I slept on the side dishes. Maybe they're going to be a challenge for this pumpkin spice. I don't think, but it might. It's making it harder to rate, huh? I mean, like, both these are good. Well, I love both. They're pretty both dang delicious and nostalgic. Ah, yes. Now, for the main course. Now, my mother said this milk tastes pretty good, so I gotta get a taste. I'm salivating, no lie. Oh my God.
See, it's good, isn't it?
What is that flavor? Hold on. I was giving it a 10 out of 10. Obviously I'm not gonna stay on that, but hang on, I gotta get I did that to myself. But that was actually pretty, that was delicious. Did you go to the pumpkin patch for these things? I'm talking like, what are these made out of? I'm talking. Y'all didn't see it, but I could have sworn I saw Skeleton Jack like bouncing back there behind Mama, like being the whole Pumpkin King and everything. Y'all don't understand. I feel like Charlie Brown in that one episode where he's just out there in the pumpkin field, bro. This is I'm speechless. Speechless. This. I don't know what to say. It's freaking. Can you give it a million out of 10?
Million out of 10.
A million out of 10? That's my final offer. My final offer. That is my offer for these pancakes. I think I need to have this every waking moment of the day for every breakfast, I think. Like tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day! Yeah, with all that being said, y'all heard the ratings. And so, you know, guys, I'm excited and also hungry because this is absolutely delicious. Now, all that being said, this was, wait a second, hold on, before I leave, y'all already know what to do. Y'all know. Anywho, y'all already know. Y'all excuse me, I'm feeling kind of hungry, but I also hope y'all have a great day, night, whatever time zone you're in. I'm always horrible at those, but whichever one. Good day, jolly day, and this was Jordan's Reviews. I'm feeling kind of hungry, so big bag attack. I'll catch you in the next one.
And that's breakfast, y'all. A full spread with pumpkin spice pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, creamy grits, and some grapes for the fruit. Simple ingredients, fall flavor, and a whole lot of love on one plate. I don't know about you, but mornings like this reminds me of why I love cooking for my family. It's not just about cooking, it's about creating those memories that will last a lifetime. The smell of pumpkin spice in the kitchen, everyone gathered around the table, those little things are what make fall so special to me. So if you enjoyed spending this fall morning with me, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not a part of the family, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and become a part of the family. I talk about all things budget related. Budget cooking, budget meals, budget grocery shopping. If it's budget related, I'm talking about it. So if that's something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you find a way to slow down and enjoy this season. Fill your home with warmth, one meal at a time. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will chit chat with you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.